Hello there and welcome. I'm William Kumwembe with Business Time on Times Television, courtesy of Skyband. It is a magazine program where we bring you major business and economic news stories making headlines in the country. And in the program today, pension assets grow by 34.6%. We have a report. And firms to create over 5,000 job opportunities. We have these and other stories. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome. This is Business Time, and in our main story in the program today, pension assets went up by 34.6% in 2018 to close the year at 716.5 billion kwacha. Reserve Bank of Malawi figures show. In its 2018 Financial Institutions Supervision Annual Report issued last week, RBM attributed the rise to a growth in investment income and substantial growth in contributions following the registration of the Public Service Pension Fund. The fund comprised 77,910 members and registered accumulated assets of 28.8 billion kwacha during the year 2018. We have the whole story in this report. In the year under review, annual pension contribution also went up to 98.3 billion kwacha from 62.5 billion kwacha in 2017. Membership of the National Pension Scheme increased to 406,068 in 2018 from 304,256 in 2017, largely following the inclusion of the newly registered pension funds into the industry. However, pension contribution arrears rose to 13.1 billion kwacha from 9.9 billion kwacha in 2017, equivalent to 1.8% of the total assets. The rise was mainly attributed to contribution arrears amounting to 2.8 billion kwacha by newly registered pension funds. Annual contributions have increased from 8.6 billion kwacha in 2011. Passing of the Pensions Act in 2011 has seen a substantial rise in pension remittance. RBM projects that by end 2019, pension assets would swell to 894 billion kwacha and increase further to 1.1 trillion kwacha by end 2020. However, RBM Governor Daliso Kabambe recently lamented low flow of funds towards infrastructure development. The Malawi kwacha has been depreciating in recent weeks, trading at around 789 kwacha to a dollar from 730 kwacha to a dollar a few months ago. But what bell does this bring to a common man? Sharon Chira went around the streets of the commercial city Blantyre speaking to various people on impact of the kwacha depreciation on their lives.
Ndizona kwa kwambiri nevoti manantuzane akuti kumalawi kwathu kuno imagwa ifane akuti eri kunoko zambiri ndizovuta kwambiri mukudziwa kaleso enuyo zinthu zambiri kunoko ndizovuta.
The kwacha has depreciated. Things are already difficult in Malawi, so when they depreciate the kwacha, we face more problems. As it is now, the prices of different commodities have gone up. We used to buy fritters at 100 kwacha, and now we buy them at 120 kwacha. Bread was at 400 kwacha, and it is now at 450 kwacha. I'm here to buy chicken at 4,000 kwacha. After that, a few more veggies, and all that money will be finished. The kwacha is being depreciated right here in Malawi. I don't know by who, but it is happening in Malawi.
Maveri nisachuse muntu agwitsisa ndiwakuti zimezo ndili bomboni koma kwacha igwera konkuno agwitsisa sini kumuziwa koma ndame kutani ikugwa.
Ifeyo timathandauza kuti pamene zinthu sizili bwino malingana ndi ife anthu a business mageni atosa kuyenda.
This means the value of money has gone down. As business people, things are not going on well for us. Nothing is changing. Everything is bad. We want everything to go back to normal. We want to flourish as business people. We can't even help people in the village right now. Things must really go back to normal.
pano pakumuzi wonso ndi ife zikamachitika akumuzi ndi amene ife akumatithandiza mtawuni muno koma ife kuti titenge chinthu timpase wakumuzi zikuvuta kwambiri kwa anthu ife ya business tikukanda koopsa
nkhaniyo ndionadi ndrama zikuvuta olo business imene timapanga ifeyo timapanga yasomba komano olo anthu akamabwera amangoti amuna.
That is very true. Things are not going very well for us. Accessing money is not easy. I trade in fish. People want to buy on credit and can't pay back sometimes. That means people don't have money. In the past, people had money. Right now, things are bad. Yes, I've heard of depreciation. It means kwacha is not very valuable. In December, it was the festive season and people had a bit more money. With the elections, things got even worse. We have way less customers now too. Business is not going on well. Remember, this is Business Time on Times Television with me, William Kumwembe. It is a magazine program where we look at major business and economic news stories courtesy of Skyband. National Bank of Malawi on Friday launched a product targeting women entrepreneurs, offering them a window to access loans of up to 5 million kwacha without collateral. NBM Chief Executive Officer Makfasi Kawawa said the window has been created following reports from clients, most of whom said were failing to access finance due to lack of collateral.
The bank's chief executive officer, Makfasi Kawawa, said the initiative was initiated following interface they have been having with female entrepreneurs, where, among other things, they were failing to access finance because of lack of collateral.
It's a led entrepreneur value proposition. It comes in a number of categories. We do have a savings product through which our customers will be accessing favored conditions on a special savings product. We also have a credit bundle where we are offering loans as well as credit card on very favorable terms. We have targeted women for a number of reasons. First, we know that women have got capabilities for doing business, but at times they are perhaps not given the right attention, and sometimes maybe they are underrated, and we thought that we need to give them special attention so that we can serve them better. We have also noted that where it comes to collateral, for instance, ladies, given our cultural and traditional practices, do tend to struggle a bit where it comes to hard collateral. By hard collateral, I mean like landed property and so on. So by coming up with this product, we are recognizing those shortfalls, but at the same time aware that there's a lot of potential amongst lady entrepreneurs, which, if properly supported by banks like ourselves, can make them realize their dreams in business. Actually, this launch that we're talking about today is a direct result of and evidence of the effectiveness of these interactions. I can cite, like last year, amongst the feedback that we got from lady entrepreneurs was that they have certain challenges, and therefore what can the bank do to make sure that they don't face those challenges. So we had to go back, sit down, look at how we do things, and we came up with this product. I must mention also that one of the offerings under this package is the offering of a web portal through which our customers will be accessing information, sharing ideas, and so on. All this we think is progressive, and Actually, I'm very encouraged that these interactions are bearing fruit in the sense that they're helping us sit on the table, devise something that we know is solving a problem in as far as our customers are concerned.
Director of Limu Consulting Agency, Rhoda Ndovi, lauded the bank for the initiative, stressing that the loans will address access to finance challenges they have been facing, which was delaying plans to grow their businesses. She added that the bank has also been giving them tips on how to run their business and keep records to easily access bank loans.
They are offering loans which will not attract collateral. It's up to the maximum of 5 million kwacha. And it's also exciting in the sense that it's focusing on the ladies, which are most of the times struggling to get capital to enhance their businesses. So for me, it's an exciting opportunity for us ladies entrepreneurs. Actually, this is very true, and it has given us an opener to say we should go back and work on our records. Really, it's very difficult for most of entrepreneurs to keep records, the files, and what have you, but this has given us an opportunity to go back to our businesses and get the records proper and keep them safe and provide to the bank what they are looking for. Business now is 50-50 in the sense that it's meeting a lot of challenges. For example, I can give, for example, the taxes that we are paying to Malawi Revenue Authority. You know, we are small businesses. We get our monies in small amounts, and we are ladies, and we are struggling to feed our families. So you find that a lady entrepreneur like me, you struggle to get finances, and then maybe you go to South Africa or Tanzania or even buy things online. But you come to MRA, they tax us so much. So that is the main hindrance for ladies' businesses in Malawi.
The product encompasses a savings account package, credit bundle package, and an exclusive web portal content. From Lilongwe, I'm Jimo Mangazi.
Now, in other business news, Malawi Energy Regulatory Authority MERA on Friday engaged local electricians on its updated regulations for electricity installation and issuing of permits. In a quest to enhance safety among electricity installers, recently MERA updated its regulations. The move is also aimed at enhancing safety standards in the industry. MERA Vice Board Chairperson Kwauli Msisia says updating of the regulations follows rising concerns and cases of electricity accidents in the country. Chimwemwe Mangazi has the whole story.
MERA Vice Board Chairperson Kwauli Msisia said the development follows a number of cases where lives and property have been lost from sagging works by the installers previously.
The country will benefit by way of ensuring that consumers out there, customers out there, do not get a raw deal. They get what is value for money. It is important because the energy sector, not only in Malawi, in any country, energy is very critical to drive the development agenda forward for the country. So in that respect, at the individual level, certainly there is a benefit, the individuals who access electricity, but also for purposes of development in general, in terms of institutions, in terms of companies, in terms of industries that obviously rely on electricity. It is important that MERA, by way of carrying out its mandate in regulating, it is involved in ensuring that the sector of energy grows, because that is part of the mandate as well. If you look at the Act of 2004, it spells out precisely what MERA ought to be doing. We want to ensure that all those who are involved in the installation are properly certified, and before they are certified, they undergo interviews. So if you look at the new framework which has come in, it has incorporated, there's an aspect of experience, which is very important. It is important, yes, for individuals to go out there in terms of excelling in academia, excelling in whatever practicals they do as they study in various colleges. But this particular new framework has incorporated the aspect of experience, which is important. And MERA again and again continues to urge the users out there, the consumers out there, the customers out there, that when installing their electricity infrastructure, be it in buildings, be it in industries and so on, to ensure that those who are doing that job are properly certified. They have the permits issued by MERA. Of course, there are penalties. If one is found involved in installation and has no permit from MERA. There are penalties which are prescribed within the law, and there are clear regulations which would govern that.
Engineer for power projects and infrastructure at Kopana Electrical, Pemperona Zombe, said inclusion of the experience aspect in the regulation will help define the industry, as many companies were able to upgrade based on education qualifications and not the quality of their work.
This workshop is very important to us as contractors. As one of them, I've noted that this new permit has included experience as one of the aspects for one to upgrade. The current one, the current permit, you are only required to have when you have a university or a professional qualification, they would give you a permit. They didn't include experience. For us, we've been in the business since 2007. Up to now, we haven't yet upgraded because we still have using the same qualification of university degree, while others who've got masters or doctorate have been able to upgrade despite not having the experience that we have.
Among other things, MERA receives and processes license applications for energy undertakings, grant, revoke or amend licenses under the Act and energy laws, approve tariffs and prices of energy sales and services. It further monitors and enforces compliance by licensees with licensing conditions granted under the Act and the energy laws, and develop and enforce performance and safety standards for energy exploitation, production, transportation, and distribution. From Lilongwe, I am Chimume Mangazi.
President of the International Cotton Advisory Committee, Kai Hughes, is scheduled to visit Malawi next week to appreciate trends in the cotton industry. African Institute for Corporate Citizenship and Cotton Council of Malawi has since described the visit as an opportunity for Malawi's cotton sector to register its impact at a global scale. AICC Chief Executive Officer Felix Lombe says although Malawi is not a member of the committee, the country stands to benefit from the visit.
The importance of the visit by the ICAC Executive Director, in essence, he is basically the topmost man when it comes to cotton issues in the world. His visit signifies the strategic role that Malawi has to play, or potentially able to play, in as far as cotton issues are concerned. It means that our colleagues at this world body have seen how much as a country we can be able to contribute in the production of cotton, in the trading of cotton, but also in other related value addition processes. The ICAC president is not only visiting Malawi, but is also visiting 2 more countries that have shown the interest, but also the potential to get involved in cotton issues. When the director is here, obviously he's going to hold a number of meetings with different heads of government departments. But for Malawi, we know that once we are to be grafted in as full members of the ICAC, because President have been participating in the ICAC meetings as observers, but there is now hope that we are going to start participating as the full members once we finish all the formalities. The benefits are many. First, we will be in a position to tap into what is known as the Common Fund. Currently, Malawi has not been able to tap into that fund. The fund that all member states are able to tap, and they use it in different cotton development initiatives. But at the same time, as a country, we've been lagging behind in cotton research, both at production, processing, and the like.
And Cotton Council of Malawi Chief Executive Officer Cosmas Luanda says the council will utilize the visit to create awareness and pronounce new and high-produced varieties of cotton seeds on the market.
When I talked about low capacity, I meant low cotton production over the past few years. When we make an average of the past 10 years in the country, we have only managed on average to produce 40,000 metric tons of seed cotton annually. And that is very low because our current demand for seed cotton, which is determined by the ginning capacity that we have in our ginneries, is hovering over 600,000 metric tons annually. So you can see that out of the demand of 600,000 metric tons annually needed by our ginners, we only are managing to produce 40,000 on average over the past 10 years. It means that we really have a long way to go. That's what I meant. But that is being caused by the low cotton production that we're having from the field, which has been affected by several other factors that we need to correct in order to increase production and productivity for seed cotton in the country. I would talk mainly about the quality of the varieties that we are using, yeah? Like the type of seeds that we are using. Generally, we have seen that the type of varieties that we are using in the country are low yielding, apart from other factors that I'll mention. We have generally been using Cureza seed from Zambia, which is being imported from Zambia. And over the years, the yield that it has been giving us is not exceeding 500 kilograms per hectare. And you can imagine that a farmer has toiled for the entire year and has only managed to produce around 5 barrels per hectare, which is very low. We have got varieties within this country that have been released recently in 2017, August, that can potentially yield 5,000 kilograms per hectare, which is around how many? 50 barrels, of cotton. And under farmer conditions, farmers under demonstrations have been able to get 3,500 kilograms per hectare, which is around 35 barrels of 100 kilograms each, which really can change their lives, because from 500 kilograms per hectare, somebody gets 3,500 kilograms per hectare. That is really changing the whole game of cotton in the country.
Well, with that story, we've also come to the end of today's edition of the program Business Time right here on Times Television. It is a magazine program where we look at major business and economic news stories making headlines in the country. On behalf of the entire production team, my name is William Kumwembe. But always remember, if it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense. Goodbye for now.